Time for some LinkedIn leverage success stories. We're going to kick it off with Chad P. So Chad's story is very interesting because when he started working with us, he was an employee at a sales training and leadership development consulting firm. And he wanted to go out on his own, but didn't have the confidence that he could develop the kind of deal flow he would need to go out on his own. So that was the focus initially. He came in as an employee and wanted to generate a book of business within the firm to A, make more money in the immediate, but also B, to be able to then go out on his own, knowing that he solidified his very own lead generation channel so he could feed himself deals as an independent consultant. So long story short, Chad was generating, in the range of 15 to 20 calls per month by the time things really started working for him. And he closed about $300,000 in 60 days. One story in particular I want to highlight for you. So Chad put up a disruptive insight on LinkedIn. This was a video post in this case. And because he was doing magnetic outreach, he had a really good audience forming of decision makers in his target market, in his case, construction firm owners. And he put up a disruptive insight, and it was good because Chad's good at what he does. And he shared the insight, and it was relevant. It was disruptive. It pushed people's thinking. He used the formula really well. And what happened was the president of a large construction firm shared the post. And Chad reached out to her immediately and said, saw that you shared the post and, appreciate your comments. She made some commentary too when she shared it. Seems like we think about things in similar ways. That's it. Trying to build a relationship. She replies to him and says, can I have your phone number? I want to give you a call. Okay, just notice the positioning of that right away. She's asking for the call. He's not asking for the call. She is asking for the call. This is what happens when we do disruptive insights well. She is asking for the call. Okay. She gives him a call and says, listen, I've just spent the last 30 to 60 minutes on your LinkedIn profile going through your insights. Okay. The power of disruptive insights. It's all there. The trail is there. They can see them. They can go back into history, read, watch, view, listen. It's all there. And she goes, I'm very convinced already that you have what we need. How soon can you get a proposal out to us? Again, notice the positioning. How soon can you get a proposal? We want to work with you. Can you work with us? Is what she's asking, basically. Anyhow, a week later, 100K deal, and in Chad's own words, the easiest 6 figures he's ever made. That's Chad's story in a nutshell. Brian is a leadership consultant also in the construction industry, coincidentally. Brian also, coincidentally, works at a larger leadership development consulting firm. And he'd done it all before he started working with us and implemented LinkedIn leverage, videos, cold calling, cold email, referrals, etc. Right? Nothing was really working. One particular story, I think, brings home the power of LinkedIn leverage, and in particular, the power of opportunity engineering and the live workshop. And Brian says, these are his words down here, can't make this up. One prospect I've been pursuing for a while, known her more than 10 years. I was an adult leader in her church and youth group way back when, for crying out loud, had her over to the house in the last couple of months asking for a meeting about my offer. No luck until today. She came to my live workshop, and now she wants to set up a meeting with her VP. Beers and hospitality of my home and family versus 90-day pipeline, and 90-day pipeline wins. LinkedIn leverage, obviously. For those in today's session, yada, yada, yada. Anyhow, point is, here's an interesting case where he has the warm relationship. He was a leader in her church youth group. He knows her from church. She's been to his house. She's been to a barbecue, right? He has the warmest relationship you could want with this person, but that was not enough to get a meeting. Why? Because busy executives and decision makers don't care. Like, it's not about how well I know you. I don't care if I know you. I care if you can solve my problem. And his live workshop was the proof that she needed to see for herself that he could solve her problem, and he got the meeting. Okay. And Brian did about 100K in 90 days using LinkedIn leverage, and that was the beginning. He's closing many, many more deals at larger price points now. Ed's a sales trainer consultant who, again, live workshop method is one of the things that really just lit up Ed's business. He had hundreds of attendees at his live workshops. He was very, very skilled at getting people into workshops via content, via outreach, and then booking calls in the back of those workshops. There's one particular method that Ed used in outreach where he was able to book 89 calls from a single message. Okay. And I believe the case study is detailed here on LinkedIn Leverage too. So, that's a lot of volume, right? And Ed was working on a new offer at that stage where, he didn't have a lot of validation. Well, 89 calls with qualified decision makers who have the problem that you solve is one very quick way to get some validation. And I believe he closed a bunch of those deals. As far as the workshop goes, see below here. This is after one workshop and he's done many, 17 discovery calls booked, closed a first deal worth $18K, easily could have charged $30K. And, chances are out of the 17 discovery calls, he probably closed a couple more after we got this message. So there's a little bit of proof and evidence for you on the efficacy of the live workshop method, A, in generating calls, and B, in closing, healthy 5-figure deals. Last win I will show you in this video, Reg beat Deloitte. That's the headline of this story. Reg beat Deloitte. So Reg did the power profile, got really, really specific about the audience he wanted to work with and the offer, started publishing disruptive insights, thought leadership content, and client reaches out to him. He tells the story here. Chemical manufacturer struggling with managing a large portfolio of projects. They like my background in helping companies, yada, yada, yada. And he demonstrated all of this in his profile. Okay. And bottom line, this company, when they talked to Reg, they said, look, we're looking at you and we're looking at Deloitte. Okay. And they're concerned about working with Deloitte, as many are, because they know that the budget's going to be big and they're going to get stuck with these junior consultants. And there's a lot of money that goes into paying for Deloitte's brand and overhead. And they saw more value in working with somebody like Reg over and above Deloitte. And he won the deal over Deloitte. 6-figure deal, made his year basically, and many more where that came from. So those are a few wins and case studies from the LinkedIn Leverage method for you to chew on and draw some inspiration from. Hope that helps you.